This is LBD Night Train for the Mega Man Network with a review of Bandai's D-Arts Zero Sigma figure. And we are now going to unbox it. It's taken a while for this to come together because of the weather, but opening this for the very first time, as you can see, if we were going to do video reviews, I want to kick it off with something special. And what could be more special than a figure of Sigma, the Mega Man villain, who has seldom ever seen rendition in plastic. So you can see the figure through the window box display here. Go around to each side, you can also see, unlike the regular D-Arts line, Sigma doesn't have any articulation, so you don't get different poses on each side, but you still get a little bit of neat scenes, like the one here on the back, taken from Mega Man X5, which is where the pose for the figure came from, including the which was actually based on this scene from their battle in Mega Man X1. So, with that taken care of, oh, whoops, more tape on the sides here. Cammy, keep recording. She's in the box. Magic box container just for that. Let's see. He's fastened rather securely in by these divots in plastic. Some work can do, or maybe I could realize that there's more tube to be cut. Stuff on the sides isn't showing, right?
Just the scissors.
And here he is in all of his glory, Sigma, leader of the Maverick Revolution. He's as noted, he's not posable. He's very statuesque, but he's not made of any sort of polystone or porcelain or any sort of materials. He's more of a solid kind of a plastic PVC type material, so everything holds pretty well, but it's not super heavy or anything. It's actually pretty lightweight, all told. In fact, I'm not sure he weighs too much more than the regular figures in the line. Got lots of detailed painting and sculpting here. It doesn't look like a single detail has been left untouched, including some of the rare behind Sigma type details, which you don't tend to see very often, like the kind of arrow-like details on the back of his head there. See that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And on the front, you've got a nice metallic grain body armor, as well as the red for his belt, and silver on the belt piece there, among others. The arm gauntlets are more of a solid blue, like your normal shiny plastic, while the head keeps more of a almost like again a PVC, sort of a rubbery kind of look that seems to best emulate the flesh that you would expect to see there. If Reploids have flesh, that's one of those things they never really went into detail about. But and of course the Maverick insignia, Sigma's that is of course emblazoned on his chest, and that is looking well detailed there. The boots have more of a cloth-like texture. You can see the wrinkles that are kind of sculpted in there. That was always a unique aspect of Sigma versus other Mega Man X characters, and it's not overlooked by the artists here. By the look of things, mine has a slight paint chip going on like one of the details here, but it's not too... it doesn't detract too much from it unless you're really looking for it. If you're displaying it, then it will probably not be of much notice. One thing you definitely want to look out for is these bits the spikes are actually rather sharp. Well, not sharp, but you don't want to go smacking it or anything, and they're rather hard, so you definitely want to be careful there. They aren't exactly pleasant to the touch, but let's see. Other details. If you can get a good look at the ankle joints here, the red inside has the same sort of jewel-like appearance that's common on the other D-Arts Mega Man X figures, such as Vile and or even on Mega Man and Base themselves. So that's a nice bit of added detail. As you can see, he comes with a display base. It's not necessary. It's handy if you're having trouble keeping him standing, but on his own, Sigma stands fine, but he's going to have a bit less stability, so if anything's going to be nudging your toy shelf or anything, then you'll probably want to stick with the base, but he still stands fine on his own without it, if for some reason you find that to be a detriment to your display. And let's see. And of course, like, he fixes to the base with the peg holes on the bottom of his boots. The bottoms, as a result, aren't as detailed as like the others in the D-Arts line, but it's again, you're probably not going to be looking at the bottom of the boots, and he's meant more as a statue than a play piece. The scale, he's probably about, I'd say, maybe 8 to 10 inches tall here, which puts him reasonably in scale with the other D-Arts Mega Man X figures. You'll, if you remember in the game, Sigma was rather tall, so it all works out there. Other details you can spot on here include his trusty beam saber locked at his side there as he threateningly moves on against whatever unwitting Reploid or Maverick Hunter decides to threaten him. And you have to appreciate the expression on his face. Very evil, very maniacal. He's going to take great pleasure in ripping X apart, it would seem. And let's see. Oh, and the jewel on his armor. It's got kind of a nice, almost semi-transparent look to it, keeping the jewel look intact. And let's see, you've also got like a little bit of a metallic in the earpiece. You getting that okay? Overall, it's a very impressive piece. There haven't been many Sigma figures over the years. In fact, usually what there's been has been like a keychain or something. But as far as like actual figures, well, I guess this sort of counts. It's more of a statue than a proper action figure. But nonetheless, it's a great piece for any Mega Man X collector to have, especially if they're going to display their Vile and X and Zero figures with it. Sigma completes the package rather well. And that's it for now. And we'll see you next time.